Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for having me, folks. Now, Kamara, he plays for Marseille at club level. He's 18, 19 years of age. He's a centre half, previously chased by a couple clubs. He committed his future by signing a pro deal at Marseille. I'm not too sure how many appearances he's made for the club and things like that. I haven't got that to hand, but he's making waves. And if you're watching, clearly I've known about him for a while. I always tweet about the man. Not that I know everybody, but yeah. He's someone I got a lot of time for. Now, I'm not going to sit here, people, and scream, my man's got world-class potential. He's got this, he's got that. Potentials, how long's a string of rope? It's what you want to make it. Kane is a world-class striker and one of the best strikers in the world at the moment. At one point in a time, it sounds crazy, and considering he's a key player for Spurs, some people at that club didn't think he'd be good enough to play for Spurs. It's not just them, many clubs. The point I'm making, it doesn't matter if you're Kane, it doesn't matter if you're destined for greatness like Messi. Your work and your ethic and your drive determines the end result. So I'm not here to speak about his potential. I do believe he's got potential. I talk about documenting, not creating. Essentially. So let's crack on. The bad things about him, let's start with that, because the good things are actually very good in my opinion. He's a lovely footballer technically, but I do believe he's very naive defensively. At his age, he will be. He still needs to improve physically, mentally, develop a bit of street smartness in his game. I say this because from what I've watched of him, he does tend to have lapses in concentration. If we look at Uruguay, he got a yellow card, a needless yellow card, if I'm being cynical, that he didn't need to get. What's actually of more relevance for me, and I would choose to focus on if I was his coach or anyone around him, is one of the goals that Ukraine scored. Did I say Uruguay? Pardon me if I said that before, but that Ukraine scored. He gave away a needless foul. I believe he actually pulled the man down, so that's a needless foul to concede already. And the free kick, it wasn't directly because of the free kick, but eventually, as a result of that free kick, Ukraine scored, and France went down another goal. These are the sort of things you need to cut out of your game, or mistakes happen. These sort of things happen at the top level, but you need to kind of mitigate and decrease so that your manager can put trust in you, and just so you can improve as a footballer. So they're probably in the air. He's good in the air, but what I mean is that you can get from set pieces. I've seen strikers get a good run up on him. It's very hard to be able to watch from a set piece. Being able to watch your man without grabbing him and the ball is one of the hardest arts in the game, and he still needs to improve in that. But what I love about the man, and for me it makes me believe he could have a future as a defensive mid, is his ball playing ability. He's so brave on the ball. At times he can overdo it, but he's so brave on the ball, people. Listen, he's so brave on the ball, people. Like, if you saw the ball he put in for the second that eventually led to the second that France scored against England, lovely ball in. Lovely. It was a lovely, crisp little slide defence splitting pass over the top. He's a centre-half, ball over the top, into the pacey DRB. He squared it for Mylinda. Mylinda did the rest. This is what you need to see. He did that. He's done throughout the tournament. I must have watched him, no exaggeration, do that 100 times. Like, his ball playing, he's brave on the ball. He's not afraid to step into midfield. He reminds me a tiny bit of Varane in that sense. Like I said, there's many things he can improve, but he's such a rough diamond. He does put a strong foot in the tackle. He does relish responsibility. I never see him shying away from things. He can improve defensively as well, mainly his positioning, but when he puts a foot in, he means it. He's convincing, he's good at winning the ball back. He can, on his day, be disciplined and resolute to his task and resilient. He's a player I've got a lot of time for. Like I said, I'm not here to document. I don't know if his future is at centre-half or defensive mid, because he shows the ability to be played in both. I don't know why I said most, in both. He's a player I'm definitely going to watch. I definitely want to watch his development. I definitely want to watch him step into under 20 level. Obviously, he's on the cusp of the first team. I haven't got his stats to hand, but he's either on the cusp of the first team or made some appearances at some capacity for Marseille, a handful if so. So he's probably looking to advance himself and become a more influential member of the team and things like that. Not just him. There's a lot of young players. Gahori and Mylinda made their debuts for Lyon last year. They've played in the Europa League. They're probably trying to push on and get into that first team. Croissants, he plays for the first team at Gladbach, but I don't know if their manager puts him as the first name on the team sheet, so there's that to be done. Mangala Sarr, building upon his consistency and trying to get all the rough edges out of his game and things like that. So yeah, man, there's a number of young French players in that side that are very decent, and I'm gonna take pride in seeing them develop and things. Yachin Adli's not even been starting like that, but he's in the side, and maybe, obviously, because Claudio Gomez of Manchester City, now formerly of PSG, has joined the new club. Maybe he wants to have a pre-season with his new club and impress Pep Guardiola or whatever. I'm surprised he's in there, because he's someone I believe has got genuine potential. like I've been saying in every vid, like, and you've seen it. Not that I know any, not that I know more than you, but it's just clear to see. I mean, what the hell is in the water in France, or in the ackee and swordfish, or the jerk chicken and rice in France? Because from first team level, I have to say it again, from first team level to under 17 level and below that, people, they've got genuine players with genuine quality. Of course, only a fraction are really gonna be the top bracket footballers, but at worst, you have some top footballers. At best, you have some top footballers. At worst, you simply have a larger talent pool of technically good players. The larger your talent pool, obviously, there's a debate to be said of when you've got more quantity, do you really focus on quality versus if you have limited resources? That's for another debate. But if you have, on a general basis, if you're producing high caliber players and the talent pool is larger, the national team boss, when it gets to that level, now has a bigger a bigger clientele base, better yet, of players to pick from and choose from and things like that. So yeah, man, I don't know what the hell is in the water in France, but Kamara, shout out to him. He's sick, man. I keep fighting the urge to call him Glenn Kamara because obviously we had him at Arsenal. But yeah, man. Yeah, there's nothing more to be said on that front. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you for watching. I'm sweating.